Okay, so we are going to go over our special event policy and procedures, updates and policy review. And today's date is November 6, 2025. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. So again, this is the special event policy and procedures presentation. We are going to be sharing today updates and a review of the policy, and today's date is November 6, 2025. As Debbie previously introduced everyone, I am Noelle Lott, Administrative Aide, Debbie Hernandez, Recreation Manager, and Eve Kearney, Executive Assistant to the City Manager, who will be later on sharing more information about the city's 150th celebration that's going to occur next year. Okay, starting off, we're going to discuss the special event policy updates, just some key revisions. First off, all applications must be submitted 60 days in advance of the event date. All additional required documents must be submitted within 1 week of the application submission. So the Civic Rec application needs to be completed at least 60 days in advance, and then within a week, we do need to receive all those other additional required documentations, including, like the event plan, the event map, hold harmless. Those are examples of documents that would need to be submitted 1 week after the application submission to Civic Rec. And if all the information is not turned in on time, the event may be denied. Some of the exceptions are insurance. As we understand, sometimes that information takes just a little bit longer to be received. And we also understand that any alcohol license or county permits, those sometimes are not produced until closer to the event date, or even sometimes on the event date. So those items can be submitted at a later date. So first off, the first item here, elimination of preferred status and priority scheduling. This is to make sure that events are more equitable and on a first come, first served basis. It gives more flexibility for city sponsored events. The second item here is the consolidation of location-specific policies. We eliminated the separation policy that we had for Ignacio Plaza and Susanna Park. Some of you know in the past we did have a separate policy for those two locations, but now we've integrated that policy into our one special event policy that we have shared on our website. And this is just for more consistency in our standards. We do allow only 2 events per month between the 2 locations with a cap of less than 50 people at any time at each location, because they are smaller locations located within a neighborhood. Next off, item number 3, administrative streamlining. Organizers will be responsible for neighborhood notifications sent 30 days prior. This includes for street closures, notifying any businesses that are affected by the street closure. And also this applies to any events that occur at Ignacio Plaza or Susanna Park. Neighborhood notification needs to go out within a 2-block radius to notify the neighbors of Susanna Park and Ignacio Plaza of the event. And we expect the applicants to be on an honor system to distribute these letters to the neighbors. Moving on to item number 4, clarification on waste management plans and porta potties. We just wanted to share more information regarding the types of waste generated needs to be provided, as well as a clear collection plan and disposal plan for any trash that occurs at the event. All food vendors are responsible for their own trash. Events that are over 2,000 people, a Republic Services plan is required with the application. We do have a separate form to be completed. And then lastly, under this section, porta potties requirements, one standard porta potty ordered for every 75 guests, one ADA unit for every 4 standard units ordered. And there's notation there for events with food or alcohol, add 15 to 20% more units based on those events. Then lastly, item number 5, street closure guidelines. This just emphasizes good neighbor practices, making sure that nearby residents and nearby businesses are aware of any street closures or any potential events. Okay, and then moving on to the next item. Insurance requirements, just wanted to go through this really fast. For the special event applications, we do require a certificate of liability insurance. These requirements for the certificate are listed in our special event policy. We also do require an additional insured endorsement in addition to the certificate of liability insurance. This endorsement must be provided on a CG 2012 series form. Event organizers must also complete and sign a hold harmless agreement in addition to providing the insurance above. Next slide is our updated fee schedule. We will be proposing possibly an updated fee schedule will be proposed in December, January. So the rates may or may not increase below, but as of right now, there is an application fee. It's a $50 non-refundable fee when you submit your application through Civic Rec. If your event is approved, there is an event fee that you will be charged. It's either a 250 single event fee on a single day for a single day event, or it's a $450 recurring event fee on multiple days. If your event is a multi-day event, or if it's a recurring event, you will be charged $450. And then if you have an event that takes an entire day to set up, where you are using the city, that you would be charged the $450, because that would be a multiple day. Moving on to the item number 3, for city personnel, there's a $35 per hour attendant fee, and or a $53 an hour to $80 an hour personnel call out fee for any services that are requested during your event. Moving on to co-sponsorships, we have some co-sponsorship groups that are exempt from the application fee and special event fee, but they are not exempt from the city personnel fees listed in number 3. There's no exceptions for those charges. Lastly, item number 5, under cultural grants, it's no longer an application process. There are 3 events that are pre-approved for cultural grants through the City Council, and that includes Lunar New Year, Pride, and Juneteenth. And then this next slide here, I just want to go through the application process just very briefly. Just as a kind of like a snapshot of the process we go through to get these applications from start to finish. The first item is application submission. Application is submitted by the applicant through Civic Rec, and then in addition to that, any other required documents are received as well. Once we've received the application and all the other required documentation, the application is sent off to city staff to review and sign off on. Item number 3, if your event is signed off on by city staff, you will be sent an invoice to pay the event fee, whether it's the $250 single day event fee or the $450 multi-day recurring event fee. And then once we receive payment for the event fee, final approval will be sent to the event organizer through email. You'll receive your signed application, and then you'll receive a copy of your official permit as well. Lastly, any event that any special event that is approved, those events are added to our city calendar on our website. And if you choose to, you may send me a copy of your event flyer. I can add a link to your flyer onto the calendar event. Okay, and that is it for the presentation. Email address with any questions, you can email recreation@cityofmartinez.org, or you can give us a call. Happy to take any questions that you may have. Okay, thank you.